Level 1. The Page. Age 7. You belong to someone else now. You are 7 years old. Your father hands you off at the gates of a castle, not because he doesn't love you, because this is the only future that matters. You are now a page. You serve a knight named Sir Edmund. He barely looks at you. You sleep on the floor near the kitchen. You wake before dawn. Your first job? Fetch water from the well, 50 feet down, a wooden bucket, twice a day. Your hands blister by the third morning. Nobody cares. Your second job? Polish armor. Chainmail is not one piece. It is thousands of tiny metal rings linked together. Rust grows in the gaps. You scrub it with sand and vinegar. Your fingers bleed. You do it again tomorrow. You eat what's left after the nights eat. You sleep when the work is done. You are 7 years old and you have never been more exhausted in your life. But there's a moment, just one, that keeps you going. You watch Sir Edmund ride out of the gate one morning, armor gleaming, horse massive, banner flying. Every person in the courtyard stops and stares. You tell yourself, that will be me. You go back to scrubbing rust. Level 2. The Squire. Age 14. The real training begins. It nearly kills you. 7 years pass. You are 14 now. Your hands are calloused, your back is strong, and Sir Edmund has chosen you as his squire. This is not a promotion. This is a sentence. Your first week as squire. You learn to dress a knight in full armor. It takes 45 minutes, 20 pieces, specific order. Greaves first, then cuisses, breastplate, gauntlets, helm last. Get it wrong and the knight goes into battle with a gap in his armor. Gaps get men killed. Sir Edmund tests you, blindfolded. You learn the order by touch. Then the physical training begins. Every morning, running in full chainmail, 15 pounds of metal on your body. You run until you vomit. Then you run more. Sword work starts at noon. Not a real sword, a wooden one, still heavy, still brutal. The master at arms hits you when you're slow. He hits you when you're wrong. He hits you to see if you'll quit. You don't quit. By winter, you can ride a horse at full gallop and strike a hanging target dead center. By spring, you can wrestle a grown man to the ground in armor. By summer, you follow Sir Edmund into your first real conflict. Not a battle, a border dispute. 2 lords, a field, a standoff. Nothing happens, but you stand behind Sir Edmund with his spare lance. Your heart is hammering. This is the closest you've been to war. It smells like horse sweat and tension. You love it. Level 3. The First Battle. Age 17. You find out who you really are. 3 years as squire. Then the call comes. Your lord's lands are threatened. A neighboring baron has crossed the river with 400 men. Your lord answers with 300. You ride with them. Sir Edmund says nothing to you the morning of the battle. He doesn't need to. You help him into his armor before dawn. Every piece, perfect order. Your hands don't shake. He mounts his horse. You mount yours. The 2 armies face each other across a muddy field. This is nothing like the training yard. The noise hits you first. Drums, horns, men shouting battle cries in a language you don't know. Then the order comes. Advance. The horses move. Then they run. Then everything becomes chaos. The first man you face swings a mace at your head. You block it on instinct. Your arm goes numb to the elbow. You counter. You don't think. Your body moves before your brain does. 7 years of training. In 3 seconds, it saves your life. The battle lasts 4 hours. When it's over, you're still alive. Sir Edmund is alive. 31 of your Lord's men are not. You sit on the ground afterward and stare at your hands. They're shaking now. You let them. Nobody's watching anymore. That night, around the fire, an older knight hands you a cup of wine. He doesn't say anything. He doesn't have to. You are no longer a boy. Level 4. The Knighting. Age 21. One ceremony changes everything. 4 more years. More battles, more campaigns, more winters in muddy fields far from home. You've earned a reputation, not for glory, for reliability. You show up, you hold the line, you don't break. In a world full of men who run, that matters more than courage. Your Lord summons you. The ceremony is at dawn. You spend the night before in a chapel alone. No sleep, no food. Just you, a candle, and your sword laid across the altar. You pray, or you try to. Mostly you think about how far you've come. A 7-year-old boy scrubbing rust. Now this. At sunrise they come for you. You are bathed, dressed in white linen, fitted in fresh armor. You kneel before your Lord in the great hall. He draws his sword. He touches each shoulder. The words are spoken in Latin. You rise. You are Sir Your Name now. The hall erupts. Your father is there. He looks older than you remembered. His eyes are wet. He doesn't say anything. He grips your armored shoulder with both hands. You understand everything he means. You are a knight. Now the real wait begins. Level 5. Land and Power. Your Lord grants you a manor. You learn that power is its own kind of prison. 6 months after your knighting, your Lord calls you forward. He grants you a manor. 40 acres, a stone house, 12 peasant families working the land. You ride out to see it on a gray morning. It's smaller than you imagined. The house needs repair. The fields are poorly managed. The well is shallow. But it's yours. For the first time in your life, something is yours. You learn quickly that land means responsibility. The peasants look to you for everything. Dispute between 2 families? You settle it. Roof collapsed on a widow's cottage? Your problem. Bad harvest? They come to you hungry. You owe your Lord military service, 40 days a year, mounted and armed. That costs money. A horse? 10 pounds, a fortune. Full armor, another 15 pounds. A lance, sword, shield, squire's wages. You are land rich and cash poor. You learn to collect rents, manage crops, negotiate at market. Nobody trained you for this. The sword work was easy by comparison. But slowly you build it. By the 2nd year, the manor runs. By the 3rd, it turns a profit. Small, but real. You hire a steward. You buy a 2nd horse. You start to look like what you are, a man of standing. Men begin to come to you, not to serve your Lord, to serve you. You take on a squire of your own, a boy of 8, skinny, terrified. He reminds you of someone. You put him to work immediately. Level 6. The Crusade. Your Lord asks you to ride to a holy war. You say yes. You should have said no. The year is 1190. The call comes from Rome. Jerusalem has fallen. The Pope demands knights from across Christendom. Your Lord is going. He asks you to ride with him. You have a choice. Your manor is finally stable. Your people need you. You have a life now. You say yes anyway. Because you are still, underneath everything, that boy who watched a knight ride out through the gates. The journey alone nearly breaks you. 4 months by sea. The Mediterranean in summer is a furnace. Men die of fever before they see a single enemy. You lose 6 men from your company to dysentery in the 1st month. You arrive in the Holy Land. It is nothing like the stories. The heat is unlike anything you've known. The enemy is unlike anything you've trained for. Saladin's forces are disciplined, fast, brilliant. They don't fight like European knights. They don't line up and charge. They flow, they surround, they retreat and return. Your first engagement, you nearly ride into a trap. An older Hospitaller knight pulls you back. They want you to charge, he says. Don't. You learn a new kind of warfare: patience, formation, endurance. The siege of Acre, months in the dust outside the city walls, sunburn, thirst, insects, disease, men losing their minds from heat and boredom. Then the city falls. You ride in through the gates. It is nothing like victory feels in stories. It smells like death and smoke and desperation. You've been gone from your manor for 11 months. You don't know if it still stands. You don't know if your steward kept faith. You don't know what you'll return to. But you can't leave. Not yet. The campaign isn't finished, and neither are you. Level 7. The Battle of Arsuf. One battle, 1 hour. The edge between legend and death. September 7th, 1191. The army of the Third Crusade marches south along the coast. You ride in the rear guard, the most dangerous position. Saladin's archers strike from the flanks all morning. Arrows, constant, relentless. You watch men fall around you. You keep the line. That's the order. Hold the line. Do not charge. Hold. The arrows are in your horse's flank. It screams but moves. An arrow glances off your helm. Your ears ring for an hour. Still, hold the line. Then the Hospitallers on your left can take no more. 2 knights break formation. They charge. The order collapses. You make a decision in less than a second. You charge with them. The line goes with you. 3,000 knights crash into Saladin's infantry. The impact is like a wall of thunder. You don't remember most of the next 20 minutes. You remember noise, heat, metal, your horse going down. You fight on foot. Your sword arm burns like fire. Then, silence. Relative silence. You're still standing. Saladin's forces have pulled back. The Crusaders hold the field. You've won. You look around. Your horse is dead. 2 men from your company are dead. You have a gash across your left forearm you didn't feel until now. You sit down in the dirt of the Holy Land, 8,000 miles from your manor, from your people, from everything that is yours, and you wonder, for the first time, what exactly it is you're fighting for. Level 8. The Return. You come home. Home has changed. So have you. 18 months. That's how long you were gone. The journey back is longer than it should be. Storms in the Mediterranean, a winter in Sicily, a fever that takes you to the edge and drops you back. You arrive at your manor on a Tuesday morning. The fields are thinner than you left them. The stone house has a cracked wall, unrepaired. 2 of the peasant families have left. Your steward meets you at the gate. He's nervous. He should be. The accounts are wrong. Not catastrophically, but wrong enough. You don't punish him. You're too tired to be angry. You sit in your hall that night with a cup of wine and the sound of rain on the roof. You're 29 years old. You have scars on your arm, your shoulder, your left knee. You have a manor that needs work. You have debts from the campaign, equipment, horses, provisions. You owe your lord service he hasn't called yet. And you are alone. The war changed something in you. Men sense it. They don't approach you the same way. Even your new squire is careful around you now. You sit alone more often than you used to. You sleep with your sword within reach. In the Holy Land, every quiet moment was a trap. Your body hasn't learned yet that you're home. Some nights, it may never. Level 9. The Lord's Game. Politics. Betrayal. The enemy now wears your colors. 2 years after your return. Your lord dies without a clear heir. 2 claimants fight for the title. One of them is Sir Roland, a knight you rode beside in the crusade. The other is Lord Harwick, richer, older, connected to the crown. Both men come to you. Both offer you things. Roland offers loyalty, brotherhood, the bond of men who fought together. Harwick offers land, 3 more manors, doubled income, a seat on his council. You are no longer just a knight. You are a player on a board. Your choice will determine who rules this region and your life. You take a week. You make inquiries, quietly. You find out Harwick has already promised your current manor to one of his allies. He's lying to your face. You ride to Roland. You pledge your sword. The conflict lasts 4 months. Skirmishes, negotiations, 1 short engagement outside a river crossing. Roland wins. Harwick flees north. Roland is now your lord. He grants you everything he promised. 3 additional manors, a seat on his council, command of his household knights. You are no longer a minor landholder. You are a significant man. But you've also made an enemy. Harwick is gone. He's not forgotten. And the men who stood with him remember exactly what side you chose.